actually do something with the Jackals. But they need to be on top of Winter. If they die to Winter, I will be so disappointed. I will be very, very disappointed. Fingers crossed. We're always hoping that Africa can come out and do some absolute crazy damage. And I will say this, Prime Overcomers has been the best African team that we have seen because of their Jackal usage. You might have missed the qualifiers. That's okay. We're in the finals now, but these guys were demons. So I just need to catch up to speed. They were cooking. When I say they were going both in a Jackal and targeting teams at the same time from different angles so they couldn't get away, I'm being deadly serious. Imagine 2 Jackals from opposite angles coming down at the same time. It was like they were synergistic. They literally were talking on comms, telling each other exactly what to do, exactly when to go down like this. It was like World War II B-2 bombers. It was unbelievable, chat. And you know what else is unbelievable? It looks like Bardax has spotted the Leap team down there. Whether or not the shot comes through with the SMRS is up in the air. Oh, he could hit it. He's not going to do it. I don't think he's got this in the bag, bro. I think he delayed his shot a little bit too long there. So we'll go on and watch everyone, see where everyone landed as duos. Brotex is team number 2. Oh no! There's no way! Winter's actually targeted the Nigerian Jackal team. He was able to take one of them down. There's no shot.
Here we go.
I can't believe it. Reborn and Adiyeme both went to the same area to use their Jackal. Winter also landed in there and took it first. Landed in, took it first, ladies and gentlemen. That's not good for the Nigerians' best Jackal duo. We'll hop on over, see where Holy Father landed. They're going to be over by Crash Site. It looks like there is a duo. Oh! It's 4K Savage and 4K Freddy, bro. Hey, yo, what the hell? Hey, yo, where you guys go? Guys, I can come too, right, guys? I'm part of the team. I'm part of the girly pop team, right, guys? Yeah. You're not part of the team, dumbass. I guess. We'll go to Brotex. See where they landed. Ooh, over by Ski Town. Interesting. There is a 4K team right beside them. Also, I see somebody in the YouTube vertical chat. There are 2 different YouTube streams. There's a vertical and a horizontal stream. There is also a TikTok stream which has both vertical and horizontal on at the same time. We've always done that, and we most likely always will do that. Anyway, screw you, chatter, who said I wasn't part of the girly pop team, okay? That should be their name, 4K girly pop. Anyway, there is a player from the qualifiers right beside Lotex here. Oh, Good's actually going after him. This is an incredibly aggressive push here from Good. Shots go down, able to get the crack. Surely the full kill. Come on, where's the knock at? Lotex stole it. No! Good's in an MVP race with Slayer, but since Lotex is 8 on the MVP ladder, he also wants to get up that list too, because we actually only show the top 3 at the minute in the graphic, and Lotex currently sitting at 8 is not in that graphic whatsoever. Let's hop on over to Imzone. Ooh, he's got the Ferg skin on. I believe there might be a team around him though. Who's chasing him down? Oh, it's Necro and Balor. Necro obviously winning the Rebirth tournament, and Balor, one of the best flickers in the game. This team's based out of Europe. They're getting third-partied here by Brotex. So we have an actual Brotex player, and then we have a Brotex team as well, chat. Ooh, speaking of Brotex, they're in a fight with an African team here. Berlin has been taken down. I think their kill was actually stolen as well. We're not sure where they're getting shot from here, but it looks like it's across the map. TSG possibly chasing them down. We also have Qatar, QTR Khaled over here as well. These guys actually finished 6th place back-to-back days in the qualifiers, but one of the teams had to go due to unforeseen circumstances, so we brought them in from 6th place in the qualifier days and brought them straight to the finals, chat. A little bit of an update from them. They're actually based out of Saudi Arabia. There are 1 Middle Eastern team inside of today's competition, so shout out to the Middle East. That's where I currently live. For now, however, let's actually go on with Go, because there is a couple of teams around here. We got OG Tush, we've got TSG Slash, and Layla. Layla, remember, is third on that leaderboard for MVP. OG Tooth is trying to stay alive here. Doesn't want anyone to know where he is. Hey, man. This is COD Mobile, man. You can't camp like a snake, buddy. This ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work, bro. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. This is COD Mobile. Not that other game you're playing. Okay? Get that through your skull, buddy. Of course Zanpro's already dead, bruh. This guy. First he dies straight away in my tournaments. Next month he's gonna have to go bald because of me. Like, bro. Waiting for the Clippers on that one. All right, chat, let's go down the list, see where Winter's at. Oh, it seems like our Nigerian Jackal users are in for a battle in the sky. This is going to be a first for us. Two of the best Jackal users in the world are going to battle it out here. It's going to be Reborn from Nigeria versus Winter from the Philippines. Neither of them can get each other, it seems like. I actually want to see what this looks like. Oh! I couldn't have timed that any better! Winner takes him out of the sky. Reborn gets knocked from his Jackal. And the king of the jet reigns supreme, ladies and gentlemen. R.I.P. to Reborn. Winner stays on top for another tournament. Oh my gosh, what are the chances we got to see that as soon as it happened? Well, looks like 4K Savage is down, but pretty still up. We want to see Charlene, and of course, we want to see Dogsy perform well today. Honestly, I just want to see them get killed, chat. I'm just trying to see them do some work. Put some work in, chat. Let's go on to other people. We'll see what Galay's up to. He's got Rankid on his team. Holy Father Skin! Listen, man, Rankid, I didn't know you were a fan. I didn't know you're a fan, bro. I see a lot of beef being talked. Oh, SMRS from the side here. We don't actually know where that came from. Checking around to find out. Oh, Lancelot and Nashty, really? They shot it from the whole way down here. Now they're going to get a loadout as well. Okay, I thought he was about to die there. Lancelot, a player I'm not too familiar with. From a clan that I'm also not too familiar with.
Engaging the enemies.
Looking over to Rankid now. They spot a team below them. It's going to be Leap, Kidlat, and Pappy. I seen Kidlat streaming earlier on TikTok. He was practicing. I actually also seen him stream a practice stream earlier this week as well. Looks like Brotex has been taken down.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Looks like Brotex has been taken down by a different European team.
Airdrop incoming.
Oh dear. This is not good for Team Brotex. Not good at all, but you know who is having a good game? Holy Father and Rami. 3 eliminations on the board here. Where's Holy Father at? My scrum diddlyumptious. He's not even using his own skin, chat. He's trying to blend in with the surroundings. You know, if you see a Holy Father skin, the teams just go straight after him. It's such an easy to see skin. Loading and Slayer still alive here. They also have 0 kills, though. They are beside closely to where Lotex and Good just died. The team that killed Lotex and Good, though, are far away now. Looks like 4K Pretty went down right there, unfortunately. Don't see their team alive anymore either. We'll hop on board with a 4K main roster. This is featuring Tom and Super Jeff. Shots going down over onto a qualifying team that we've seen before in the qualifiers this week. Not able to get a knock, but they were able to crack them. They might be a little bit scared of pushing in. Brandon and Magio are notorious med stratters, so they're probably setting up to stay outside of the zone. Matter of fact, if you weren't watching the qualifiers, oh god, Zanpro, please, bro. Please, you gotta stay alive longer than that. Either way, if you weren't watching the qualifiers, we'll go down and we'll show you what they usually do. So Magio has the medic here, and they're going to go really far outside of the zone, get to a helicopter, or even maybe possibly that jet, and then go into the zone ever so slowly, wait until the final zone comes in, so they guarantee themselves some sort of placement, then get a couple of kills towards the end of the match. It works, but it doesn't guarantee you too many points. You know, if you can make it work every single game, you'll probably finish at least 5th. But if you die one of those games, you're going to be cooked.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Speaking of cooking,
Has been delivered.
looks like Holy Father's on a cook sesh right now as he spotted Bolivia over there on the side. A lot of Hades is being used. We've seen Filipinos make this a trending topic last tournament. And Holy Father with his 4th elimination in game number 1. The last 2 tournaments, this one and including the rebirth, we've seen that Holy Father pick up the pace here in his fragging ability. And I'm hoping he can keep this up, chat. He might go in the money this time around. Okay, landing on a tree. That fits his team name, chat. The team name they went for was Banana Tree Destroyer. Did anyone see the clip? I seen the freaking clip. You guys are disgusting. I would never put anything in that hole. Mods! Over to the next team, chat. We got to catch up on board with these guys. The Secret's in a little bit of a fight here. It's going to be 4K versus TSG. Tom's doing a lot of work here, but Super Jeff being already dead, he's going to need to get out of here as fast as possible. We actually haven't seen TSG so far inside of this game, but they do have 2 eliminations total. One of them, of course, being Tom Pitt's teammate Super Jeff.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Getting out of that action is the best possible thing for Tom Pips to do. He did make them weak, but he wasn't able to kill or knock either one of them. We'll go down to team number 24 now. As you guys know, if you watched last week, actually 2 weeks ago tournament, the rebirth event, Necro was one of the players on the team that won it all. And now that team that did win it all have all split up. Chat, none of them are in the same roster anymore. They've all split up into different teams. And it'll be interesting to see which player from the team actually finishes on top. For now, however, let's hop on to Reborn. Does he have a Jackal yet? Really, bro? Really? Oh my gosh. Holy Father. And Rami right beside him. They might leave him, actually, though. It looks like they are. Not sure what class he's using. I can't see what class he's using, chat. It's probably... Is he the refitter or is he the medic? He's the refitter. He needs to get into the zone. He's going to die outside of the zone. If he doesn't get in here very quick, he's going to be cooked. Holy Father and Rami are on 6 eliminations total, chat. That is arguably their best start to a tournament we've ever seen from that duo. I think this guy's going to die. That's a tough watch, man. Our favorite Nigerian team goes down early. Looks like Holy Father is in a little bit of a fight here again against a different African roster. They're in between 2 different teams here. Let's hop on board with Holy Father to see what he's able to do. Hades in hand. They know a player's down in there. He did get knocked, but he could get in with the full kill. Rami going around one side, uses the medic. Holy Father kills him from behind. 7 eliminations on the board from the Rami Holy Father duo? That's not too bad, man. That's not too bad at all. Speaking of having high kills, though, look at Pavas. Pavas has an insane amount of kills here. Annihilator on top of launch base. Hades being used. This is the first time we've ever seen a gun that's fully automatic being chosen over the AK-117. It's a first ever inside of our tournaments that we've been doing over the last 2 years. It might be time for a new medal, ladies and gentlemen, even with the AK-117 Grim Ending Memento Mori aim assist bug. SMRS is still going down, not able to land any of them. We're familiar with Bardax. He's been a really good player for the last 2 years, so we all know him. Pavas, on the other hand, has only really came through in the last year or so. I would even say 6 months. We've started to see his name all over the place. Part of that VPR clan that we see COD Ninja from. Going down the list, we haven't looked at Zaina so far. Another one of our favorite girly pops. She's teaming up with Scylla, so this is a girl-only duo. Shots are going to go down there. Insolence, first to die. This is going to be Icons. The Icon squad team did win a squad event over a year ago. Scylla going down. She doesn't have rewind to get out of that situation. Puts down the defender to get out, but she's getting third party here. Oh my god! The girly pops are getting third party by arguably the best duo inside of Call of Duty Mobile. Razog's going over for the tag, but Slayer and Loading are right beside him. He's using Trapmaster. Interesting choice. Hop on board with arguably the best duo we've ever seen in COD Mobile history. Can they maintain that title, though, is the question going into this first game. Hopping on down to Tokyo now. He's playing with Negi, a.k.a. Eduardo. Same person, 2 different names. No shots are going to land there, so we might hop off him and see what's going on. Oh my god! Never mind. What a snipe from Tokyo. There is another team down there over on to the right-hand side. That's going to feature Flex and Oh, it's Edgardo. Haven't seen Edgardo in a minute. These guys are camping it out, as you would expect in a duo tournament. Neros is chasing down Balor right here. Remember, Balor is teaming up with Necro, the player that won last tournament. I don't know how he got inside there, but they're getting targeted from the side. I see Chapo. It must be somewhere around here as well. I'm zone staying alive, but his teammate has reached his demise as Xayna stays alive and is able to take down TSG's Secret. Not sure if she's got back her teammate through the revive flight yet, being Scylla. Oh my god, that is an unfortunate way to go out. We just seen Xayna get taken down here, and I don't think her team's going to be able to come back from that one. There we go. The girly pops from Europe are eliminated. Wagner's still alive here for Leap. Dawn has been taken out as well, but I think he's going to be able to get back his tag, and they should be good to go. Hopping on board with the Latam roster, Panchito and Soy Topo. They're actually watching the jet right here. Are they going for the med strat? Yes, they are. They are indeed going for the med strat. Holy Father is having a game right now. 6 eliminations from him, 1 from Rami. They're just sitting outside of the zone. They do have medic to play zone as well. They also have it upgraded. Not sure why they're going into the zone here. Is it far away? It is. That makes a lot of sense. They're going in a little bit earlier than expected because of that. I'm seeing Slayer fall in the fray. Let's see what his teammate Loading has to say about that. Rotation away. Going to stay alive for a little bit longer. Just trying to stay alive as basically for as long as he can. Don't think there's any more revive flights here. He also doesn't have medic on. No medic here for my goat Loading. SMRS goes in, gets the knock. Oh my gosh. Arguably one of the most underrated players in the game currently. He doesn't commit himself a lot to streaming or to content, so that's probably why he's underrated. Wagner gets away for now. Wanted that kill, but he's not going to be able to secure it. However, you know what I want to secure? A POV on Chapo. One of the best players from the entire continent of Africa, and it's going to go over. Dodges the SMRS, now using movement to get into the zone. Staying alive, he has a teammate here called Dagon. Not familiar with Dagon 6'7". Definitely familiar with Chapo, though. One of the best players in Africa over the last couple of years. Dagon's getting targeted again. Movement comes in. They're staying alive for a little bit longer, but the zone's going to crush them in a couple of moments if they don't go down to the side. SMRS going down here. Don't know what the defender use was for right there, but they are making it into zone. This is going to be a good play from them. Shots go down. Kill steal? Absolutely. Chapo takes the kill off of Rami. Oh my god, is that Balor and Necro? It definitely is. Africans rotating back as the Europeans are pushing up the hill. Shots are going to go down here. Balor gets knocked instantly from Dagon. 9 to 1v2. Necro, the championship winner from last tournament, retreats from the Africans. A phenomenal play here from this duo, trying to stay alive for even longer to get some sort of placement points. They are outside of the zone, and that medic is not going to come into the action until too late, so they need to make it in here. As they rotate into the zone, let's hop on board with Holy Father. He has the Hades in his hand. 6 eliminations and 3 for Rami. Bardak right in front of him. Hades could come in just here. Shots go down. Not able to kill either of them. Does get the crack. He probably could have knocked one of them if he held his fire. Now in the zone, they have them outside. They're in a good spot here to stay alive for as long as possible. They don't need to push outside of this house. This is a great place for the Filipino duo to be. We'll hop onto Holy Father's POV. He spotted Pavas here. This could be a kill. Holy Father, surely it comes your way. There we go. Now up to 10 kills. 11 comes through. They're able to take down arguably the best Latam duo with ease. This is turning into an amazing game for the Father-Rami duo. Mello, 1 HP, stays alive for a little bit longer. He may get picked apart from somebody else. There you go. King Wrath, seeing the medic go down. He's going to get the kill onto them. Now Holy Father and Rami need to make their way through the zone. I think they're going to fall and bow out early here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bad rotation for them. Nothing to do with their rotational skills. I mean, they're just cooked. They're in the middle of the zone. Rewinds back. Perfect rewind. Shot's going to go down onto Chapo. Oh my god, they get a 2-piece. Now they're going to go again. Holy Father will be able to get his rewind back once more. Shot's going down onto Necro. He's going to die as well from Panchito, a Latam player. Rami's coming in as well. There we go. Dale takes him out of the sky, though. Bad spot for Holy Father to be in his... Oh, Rami is eliminated. And Holy Father goes down. 13 kills is still an amazing performance from the Filipino brothers. VPR sitting outside of the zone as well. Shots go down. Looking like King Raph might be able to win this. However, Dell is over here too. Dell has the best spot in the zone. This game might actually go to the Africans. Dell's the only remaining player in the middle of the zone. Oh my God! There's a tank! Please use the tank. You have to use the tank to get the kill, Delina. Please. I need to see the tank play come through. Can we actually see the tank decide who wins the game for once? They're allowed to use it. It's not a banned item. There's no bans except for Tempest inside of this tournament. A couple of more players dying outside of the zone due to the med strap. That's going to be the team that's still alive. These guys killed Slayer. Actually, no, they killed Lotex and G earlier at the start of the game. We have Dell here. I believe Dell is from Ghana. And there's a team right in front of him from Latin America. You have to hop in that tank and shoot it. If they hopped in, oh my God, he's hopping in it. He's hopping in the tank. He takes down one. Dell in a 1v1 situation to win the game. Can he make something happen here? The tank can no longer be used. Shots are going to go down and he dies to Delina. The game goes to the Latin American duo. What an end to game number 1. And honestly, what a performance from a freaking Holy Father and Remy. They got 13 eliminations. 13 eliminations. Gosh, if Remy could have stayed alive there at the end, they might have won that game as he rotated into the zone with the zip line. But a lot of different storylines to take a look at there, ladies and gentlemen. Africa coming in strong out of the first game. Dell dropping 6 kills with the second place finish is going to give them 16 points. We've got Kusten Delina getting 3 kills with 15 points for placement, giving them 18 total points. Exy and the other player on his team that I cannot pronounce, we'll call him Tamna. They got 3 kills. They only got 7 points for placement, so they'll be sitting at 10. That means that there's a high likelihood that Holy Father and Remy are currently in 3rd place. As you go down the scoring, you can see the only team that could possibly be above them would be King Raph and Claude to take their 3rd place. So it's either 3rd or 4th is where they're probably sitting at right now. You can also see Panchito and Soy Topo right above them in placement, but Holy Father and Remy did get more kills. Actually, a considerable amount more kills. So I think they're probably going to be in that 3rd, 4th position, depending on the points for placement of King Raph and Claude. Going further down the list, you can see where Necro and Balor placed, and there's Chapo and Dagon. They got some placement points there. They're going to be able to get 4 points off that game. We can see Leaper in there as well. Mello died, unfortunately, because he popped his medic and he was seen across the map. We go further down, you can see a couple of qualifier teams there that played this week during the weekdays. There's Loading and Slayer. This is a bad performance from Loading and Slayer. It looks like the top 2 duos going into this event being Brotex, which is G and Lotex, along with Slayer and Loading. Bad first game. I did say duos is harder. Duos is way more difficult to stay consistent because you don't have that backup support from the other trio in your team when you die. Tokyo able to pick up 2 eliminations. There's Jakari and the actual player called Brotex in there at 21st place. We can see Super Jeff and Tom. They're only able to get 2 eliminations. We go further down the list. You can see Icons, the GNR, Girly Pop, Filipino team. We can see Layla, who's actually currently 3rd in MVP points total, so he's going to go up a little bit off that. I'm Zona Narosa also getting 3 eliminations. TSG down there with 5. We've got QTR from Saudi Arabia in there too. And as we go further down the list, you're going to start to see some duos that have been disappointing after this first game. Reborn and Adiyeme, man. Dude, they're the Nigerian pride, chat. They came through the qualifiers. They dominated with the Jackals. We need to see a bigger performance out of them going into game number 2 for sure. Picking up 0 points in game number 1. Not good. That's not enough. I want more from my Nigerian brothers. 36th place with 0 kills. You can do better than that. We can also see Vector and McCoy in there. We got Gule and Rankid. Where's Zanpro, bruh? Chat, do I have to make Zanpro go bald, bruh? Do I have to make Zanpro go bald? Hmm? Thanks, Madman. Yes? Yes? I might have to do it. The work might have to be done, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a lot of yeses over on TikTok. If you don't know about this, YouTube, basically this guy said if I complete a challenge that he'll go bald. And every time that's happened in the past, the person has went bald. It's never came out to them not going bald. Let's put it that way. So somebody's going bald, and it's not going to be me. Either way, chat, we're getting those scores tallied up, man, and give me some info. Everything is good. All players are legit, and we're about ready to get into game number 2 as soon as team number 9's counterpart joins into the game. Chatting Tom. How many games? It is 7 games in the finals. We will do 5 games for qualifiers going on, but there will only be 1 qualifiers in the future, chat. If you tuned into the qualifiers this week, we decided to do 2. There may be like non-streamed qualifiers in the future, but there will only be 1 streamed qualifiers for tournaments going forward. And then they will be held as a 5-game series, and the finals will always be 7 games, chat. Usually about 3 hours of Battle Royale tournament gameplay at the highest level inside of Call of Duty Mobile's Battle Royale mode, chat. All right, it looks like we should be good to go here. Galay's back in, and we're good to start, ladies and gentlemen. A good match from pretty much every region. I mean, Philippines and Asia got Holy Father with the carry, and Remy picking up a couple of side kills. Then we also seen Africa come in there with Dell. He dropped 6 in a 2nd place. Latam won the game. Arguably the